Yo, what up? Army ATC 22 coming back at you with the pickups from the Short Pump Show. Great show. First time show in the Short Pump area. The Richmond shows are just always great. This area is awesome for cards, and I hope it continues to grow to us to eventually have a big show here, everything else, and more people come in the areas to not only see the Richmond area, like the history, you know, the plantations, and you know, there's presidential houses everywhere around here, but also the card stuff, right? So I'll go over the pickups from the show yesterday. Start off with, I got some vintage. A guy was set up in the corner, was getting rid of, going out of business sale, right? And I picked up a few vintage things, you know, just because, and everything. No ifs, ands, or, you know, right or rhymes or reasoning, but a couple David Robinson, 89, Hoops rookies. Pretty sweet. And then also from 89, also he had a Jordan. So I picked them up. I got these all, when I say cheap, right? So 1968, picked up 3. The Sporting News All-Star Selection, Ken Holzman. This one is Ron Santo and Bob Gibson. All 3. This one's probably worth the most out of all those 3, but still, older cards. It's crazy how old these cards are, right? 63, Lou Bernadette from the Milwaukee Braves. And then I got some 1954s, you know, all baseball. Peter Suter and Edward Fitzgerald. It's really funny. It's like the old signature on the back, but on the front, but in the back actually shows you Ed. So pretty sweet, old school 54s. Then I got some football. 1954, Fred Cohn, Packers. These old school ones are just Zeke Bertowski, another 54. Vito Pirelli, Don Stonesifer. Look at the off-centering, ridiculous. Come on, Tops. All right, and Leo Nimanelli, 49ers. Nice, right? Lastly, I picked up something for my girlfriend's collection. Of course, she's a horse girl. She loves riding. She loves horses, everything else. So her favorite player is Peyton Manning and everything. So, of course, he played on 2 horsey teams, the Colts and the Broncos. Crazy, right? But anything horse-related stuff, I'm trying to pick up for her collection. So I got an 1889 famous running horses from Cigarette Pack or whatever. So this is a Volante from the Kinsey brother. High velocity. It actually looks really good conditions, but that's pretty cool to see how old this card is. Over 100 plus years. Just looks incredible. So pick that up for her collection. Found these extremely cheap, so I might try to, you know, put the whole set together for her. Moving on to more modern stuff, right? Baseball. So the pristine every year, right? Just hit it out of the park. This year they had a subset called O Snap. I think they look freaking outstanding. Ended up buying one of these 15 of 50 O Snap Gold of Louis Robert. Yeah, it's pretty sick. So that is on card. A lot of times you can't tell because of the square. They put the sticker perfectly, but that is actually all on card. Pretty sweet. Then the other baseball, it is, you know, why this market is dipping some, so I decided to pick up a rookie. Chrome rookie from 2018, Latani. Paid up actually a good price. Picking up on the dip before he comes back. Moving on to football. It's Football Sunday, baby. Dolphins, let's go. Big game against Herbert at LA. Starting the season off right. Let's go. Got to get it. So I've always said nebulous tie-dyes are some of my favorite parallels. So every time I have a chance to pick up some, I will. This is 20 of 25 of K9, Kenneth Walker III. Beautiful tie-dye from Select. T-Law, red, white, and blue from Prism. Just Javon Curse, 1 of 1 from 2020 playoff. Pretty nice. Actually has people that collect them, so figured I got a really good deal. So then last for the raw, nice 3-color. I don't see the piece of black, but 3-color. Aiden Hutchinson auto from Panini 1, 20 of 75. Pretty beautiful card, color match blue, beautiful. I'm moving on to some graded football. So when I'm looking at stuff to pick up, as you can tell, like I don't try to get all the same stuff, right? I try to get a plethora of different things. Everyone has the same stuff over and over again, right? So a couple of these cards came across the table, and I picked them up pretty cheap, and just to have diversity inside the thing. So I guess got this Trevor Lawrence. It's from his set that came out with Topps. It's PSA 10. Is the card number 1. This is the example, all right, people, that this is what the cards are going to look like for Stroud, for Levis, Richardson's and Allen Ginter apparently too, for Young, all those football players, football and basketball. This is what their cards are going to look like. They're not in a uniform. They're not going to have the team logo anywhere, right? They're going to say he's a quarterback, right? This is what it's going to look like. Just give everyone a heads up. This. But I picked this up super cheap. It's a pop 16. That's one other thing I like to focus on is lower pop counts. Some of these cards, this card right here is a pop like 4,000 or something like that. I can't remember what it is, the Otani, right? So picking up this type of stuff, even though it's cheap, I think down the road, this is the type of stuff, to hold on to because not a lot of people are going to have them. Garrett Wilson, this is a mosaic green. It is a color match. This pop is 155. And it's a little bit more, but it's still not in the thousands. It hasn't broke 200. So color match Garrett Wilson. I hate saying it, but he's going to have a killer year, right? He's going to have a big year with the new quarterback. Then moving on to Justin Herbert. This is the Fireburst. Pretty sure this is from the whole set Fireburst that you get or whatever. This is like pop 2,000 and some, right? Because it's Herbert. Herbert rookie. Fireburst from Phoenix. I've always liked Phoenix, and I keep saying it's a poor man's Prism. Always will. But still nice, always going into the season, getting it cheap, whatever. And he held on to the highest played player in the NFL for a short period of time before this dude took it over a couple days ago. Joe Burrow, picked up 2 Joe Burrows, PSA 10s. 2020 playoff, Call to Arms purple. This is an insert, from playoff. But still looks beautiful, PSA 10. And it's a pop 15. Burrow rookie, these top guys, rookies, low numbered stuff. It's the stuff people don't see and will catch people's eye. That's what I like having in the case, even if it doesn't sell for that much. Still, lower pop cards like this are going to go after the collector side of the house of people that want to collect Burrow. And then a 2020 Select die cut blue Prism of Burrow PSA 10. This is a pop 222. Crazy, right? But this is not numbered, right? This is an example of what I try to tell everybody, that non-numbered color, if it's not the rookie, non-numbered colored die cuts, especially not a rookie or a high value player, the value is not going to be there. This is a pop 222. So many people were breaking Prism Select retail, but now not as much because it's so expensive. But his cards will hold value. Herbert's will hold value. But even Tua's isn't much unless he shows off completely this week, this season. But majority of non-numbered color and die cuts just don't hold value. So the ones that go hunting for retail, just be advised that's going to happen, right? You're going to be into it probably for a lot more than you want to be, and you can get hurt. But that was all the pickups. Wasn't a lot of pickups. Sold a decent amount of stuff. Had a ton of conversations with individuals. Gave out some stickers. Loved it. Loved talking to everybody. It was a good show. Yeah. So what's next? What's next for me? This Saturday, coming up, I am going to be up in Alexandria, Virginia. I'm going to pop it right there. Now that I know how to do this, it's so much easier. Denny's Cards is hosting a trade night this Saturday, 7 to 10. I will be there. I'll be there. Probably some of the stuff that I have with me right now, and other stuff that I have. A couple cases. I don't know exactly everything I'm bringing for the trade night, 7 to 10. I'm planning on probably coming up earlier in the day, and gonna go get some Korean barbecue. What would? And check out one of the card shops. Maybe even stop by Blowout. I have the Fantastic store, right? Haven't decided everything 100% locked down with the schedule, but 7 to 10, I definitely will be there at the trade night. Looking forward to it. It's gonna be a long day with driving back that night, which is fine. Waking up, don't watch football the next day. That is going to be next weekend. The weekend after that, the weekend of the 23rd and 24th. No shows for me. I don't think so. Not that I know of. I can't think right now, because the 24th, I'm going to be at the home opener with my son in Miami. Got tickets. We're flying out of Richmond Sunday morning, going to the game, and then coming back. Pretty excited for that. He's excited. He's going to see the Broncos. Tried to every year catch one of the Dolphins game. It just worked out perfectly because he's a Broncos fan. I am a Dolphins fan, so that is going to be that weekend. So I'm really excited about that for the next 2 weeks. But yeah, I thank everyone for watching. If you watched this long, start rambling. But if you haven't already, like and subscribe somehow. If you're watching this without being subscribed to me, it's kind of, I don't see how people would see this without being subscribed. But go to my socials. It's so much easier to interact on Instagram. I still want to come to YouTube because this is where I've done a lot of my stuff at. The views aren't here at all. I get so much more views over Instagram, but I am not going to leave YouTube in the water. Might come back there for being on live and everything else, but enough of that. Go check out all my other stuff. Check out the interviews, everything below in the description. Tons of interviews that I've done recently with the Chase and everything else. And I'm always open to getting on anyone's podcast, just talking it out, meeting up with anyone, having a good discussion. Got a lot of stuff in the works and in the back burner right now. Can't wait to show you guys where that's going. But I always thank everyone for watching, that do watch these videos and everything. And I hope everyone has a great first weekend in the NFL. Yeah, that's all I got. Catch y'all later. Deuces.